Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies, sorry for such a late post-game video. I'm trying to be an adult over here. I wanted to get all the facts. I wanted to get all my stories straight. I wanted to make sure I was giving you 100% real, 100% factual information on what I'm about to say. The LA Kings beat the Edmonton Oilers 6-5 in Game 1. That is true. What is also true is the better goalie lost the game last night. What? That upsets you? That better upset you. Am I upset by the loss? No. No. I'm not upset by the loss at all. Sorry, guys. I got some music going on in the background here. I'm not upset the Oilers lost. I'm not mad that the Oilers lost. I expected them to lose. But what I am mad at is the constant criticism of Stuart Skinner. Skinner should have had this. Skinner should have had that. The team worked so hard to tie the game up, and then that happens. I'm not going to talk about the brutal reffing because it was brutal. I'm not going to talk about the fact that it went off the glass and still the Oilers got a penalty because one referee standing 120 feet away said, no, that was over. When there was two linesmen and one referee that said, no, it went off glass. And one dummy said, hey, no, that went right out. So, of course, he called the penalty. And guess what? When you go to the situation room, the call on the ice will stand 95.55555% of the time. Very rarely will they overturn it in Toronto. So, yeah. Not going to touch that. Oilers dug their own hole. Oilers dug their own grave. Oilers didn't play for 40 minutes. And I knew it was going to happen. I knew they were going to be rusty. I knew they were going to be slower getting up to pace. Once they caught up, though, boy, oh boy, LA, you're in trouble. And I'm going to say this with my full chest. The Oilers did last night what no team's been able to do all year. They scored 5 on them. Darcy Kemper was the worst goalie last night. And here we are talking about needing a goalie change. Here we are talking about Stuart Skinner sucks. I watched a game last night where people that wanted somebody not named Stuart Skinner, not named Gibson, was in a game last night. And he stared at the fucking puck, looking at him in the face. He didn't move and he got scored on in overtime. Not naming names, but if you watch the highlight of that goal in overtime, you'll know exactly what I mean. But hey, we're not chastising that goalie. I'm sick and tired of the blame on Stuart Skinner. Every freaking game, all the time. You want to blame Stuart Skinner? I'm going to give Stuart Skinner glory. There was a 5-on-3 for a full 2 minutes and he made 7 saves on it. But we don't talk about that. No, we don't talk about that. We just talk about that goal that he let in from behind the net that he got hit in the face with a stick. No, we can't talk about that. That was a bad goal by Stuart Skinner. Or we're going to talk about the goal, the 6th goal that went in with 41 seconds left. I want you to go back. We're going to talk about the game in its entirety. I want you to go back and watch the slow-mo of that. He got snow showered by Warren Foegele, which is a dick fucking move. And a penalty in this day and age in the NHL. They wanted to crack down on that last year because too many goalies were getting ice shards in their eyes to the point where some goalies couldn't see after the game. He got snowed. He got a snow shower. He couldn't see shit. But hey, let's blame Stuart Skinner on that one, right? It's his fault he couldn't make that save. It was a fluffed shot, Matt. So when you're set up, and I will tell you this from goalie experience, when you're set up expecting a hard shot, top left or top right, you got already mentality. You are not expecting a flutter shot like that, especially when you can't see shit because a guy sprays snow in your face not even a second before. But you're right, let's blame Stuart Skinner because that's the easy thing to do. Let's blame Stuart Skinner because that's the fucking scapegoat thing to do. Blame the goalie for the rest of the team not showing up for 2 periods. Kings were up 4-0 in this game, folks. Whether you like to hear me say it or not, The Kings were up 4-0 in this game. This game should have been over. This game should have been 4-5-0, 4-5-1. Don't worry about it. We got this game in hand. We're going to game 2 laughing at the Oilers. Oh, they were laughing all right. They had their hijinks in the locker room after, guess what? Karma has a way of being a bitch. And tomorrow night when the Edmonton Oilers show up and play the first period, you're going to be in for a big fucking shocker. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the 5 power plays that LA had. 2 of them were 5-on-3s. Oilers get 2 power plays and they had to struggle to get those 2. Talk about that. No, can't talk about that. Brett Kulak gets a bullshit holding the stick call 2 minutes into the fucking game. Yeah, 2 minutes in the game. Doughty gets a cross-checking call 7:26 into the game after he cross-checks the player twice. And you could hear, if you had a hot mic, if you got a microphone and you were watching on the ESPN feed, the refs say 2 times to Drew Doughty. 2 times. Not 1 time, 2 times. First time he said, "Hey, watch the cross-check." Did it again. "Hey, I've told you once, watch the cross-check." He did it a 3rd time. And he said, "I told you twice to watch the cross-check. I let you do it 2 times. I couldn't let you do it a 3rd. And Drew Doughty on the way goes, "Why did I get a penalty? This is playoffs. You don't call that." Yeah, you don't call the holding the stick in playoffs. But of course, you're Drew Doughty. You're allowed to say what you want to say and get no reprimand when you get a penalty. But hey, it's not okay when the Oilers do it. I'm not going to show the Kuzmenko goal on the power play because obviously you guys know that he was left alone behind the net. But that's Stuart Skinner's fault too. Right, guys? That's Stuart Skinner's fault too. He's got to have eyes in the back of his head and know Kuzmenko's there. And just let Fiala take that shot. Again, what do you want? Short side or far side goals? He can't block both. The Byfield one, that's the questionable one from the side of the net. He got hit in the face with the stick. It was a follow through. I'm okay with it. It is what it is. Kempe. Now we're going to go in the second period. It's 2-0 LA after 1. Shots were 8-6 for LA. Here's where I need to talk to you guys. Kempe has the puck. Sorry, the puck comes down. Bouchard's got it. He should have it. Why does this puck not get ripped around the net? Why does this puck not get to here? Why, Bouchard, does that puck not get to there? You're going to reverse it to nobody. Kempe grabs the puck. Beats Nurse to the inside. Save made by Stuart Skinner. And that's a big save by Stuart Skinner. I've seen a few goals tonight go in. I'm not going to comment on the game that's going on right now. It is the late one. Man, who saw that coming? Anywho's. Then again, here we are. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 players to 1 behind the net. Who's guarding number 9? I want to show my cursor for this. Who's guarding number 9 right here? Who has number 9? 25's got 96. 53's got 11. Shouldn't Bouchard be here? Shouldn't that where Bouchard is? Right here? Shouldn't Bouchard be right here? No, instead Bouchard goes behind the net. So now we got 2-5-2 and 53 behind the net. McDavid's out in no man's land. But I guess that's Stuart Skinner's fault too, right? That's Stuart Skinner's fault too? He needs to make that save too? I mean, 3-0. Here's the 4-0 goal. And again, I know it seems like I'm picking on Bouchard because I am. And unfortunately, you guys, he is going to make $10 million plus next season playing for the Edmonton Oilers. Here we go again. Skinner does the right thing. Gets the puck to Kulak. We're not in danger. I don't know why 3 forwards decided to go on a line change. But they did. Oh, Bouchard. I'm sorry, Bouch, but this puck needs to find its way up here. You've got Hyman coming off the bench. You've got Hyman coming off the bench. This puck needs to get in the corner. Then even if you can't get Hyman that high out, you've got 9-7 with speed. You have the fastest player in the world with speed getting a puck in the corner with maybe what, 1, 2, maybe 3 defenders? I'm going to say 2 because he's going to blow by Dantino unless he holds him like he was all game. No, instead I'm just going to throw it in front. Oh, nice pass there, Boosh. Again, what would you want Skinner to do there? What kind of save you want him to make? But yeah, let's blame Stuart Skinner. Leon Draisaitl scores late, assisted by McDavid and Bouchard in the second period. But here's where I think it's funny. Here's where I laugh at the Oilers and the LA Kings thinking they accomplished something. Here's where I know the Oilers are not going to lose this series. They got to Kemper. When was the last time Darcy Kemper let in more than 2 goals? When was the last time the LA Kings let it more than 2 goals on home ice? Hasn't happened this year. Here we go. Bouchard, again, working the puck around, gives it to McDavid. McDavid gets away from the slash and the hook from number 11. No calls on those. Don't want to get into that. Finds Draisaitl backdoor. Wham, bam, thank you, man. We got ourselves a goal. 4-1. Okay. And then Janmark. Oh, man, Janmark. Not good enough to play, though, right, guys? He's too old, too slow. Here we are here. Oilers. Wallman has the puck in his own zone. Wallman and Nurse are on defense. You've got Janmark. Trent Friedrich, who was a beast yesterday, by the way. And Jeff Skinner. Wallman has it, gives it to Friedrich. Friedrich gives it to Skinner. Skinner gives it back to Friedrich. Causes chaos. Look who's there. Johnny on the spot. The janitor. 4-2, sorry. And that's 2 minutes into the third period. Lots of time left. And then the Oilers get their 5-on-3, which... What? Sorry, that's the 5-on-4 goal. They didn't score on their 5-on-3. They got Wallman for roughing a cross-check in the mouth. That's a penalty, but so is what Drew Doughty did 10 minutes later to Connor McDavid. That's a penalty, but you didn't call that because you're pussies as an NHL ref. Don't give McDavid and the Oilers too much life. Well, we'll take it. You don't want to give it to us? We'll take it. And yes, Fiala just does what Fiala does. No, yeah, this was the 5-on-3. My bad. This was the first 5-on-3. Not the second 5-on-3. This was the first 5-on-3. So, here we go. Face-off that clearly was dropped very unfairly. Kopitar already had his stick down and was pulling, his stick was already down before the puck was dropped. And he was already in his half backswing when the puck was dropped on their side of the face-off dot. But that's okay. Draisaitl doesn't. He gets tossed out. Clean win. 1 shot, 1 pass, 1 goal. Again, what's Skinner supposed to do? I guess it's his fault. Anyways, Corey Perry gets in on the offense, assisted by McDavid and Bouchard to make it 5-3. McDavid going around, gets hooked, gets slashed, even gets tripped. And Corey Perry scores. And then you know what you have? You have the whiny-ass Kings fans. Why didn't Corey Perry get a penalty for cross-checking? He cross-checked him and he created space. Boo-hoo. You guys get mad at us for complaining about refs, but you guys are allowed to do it. Funny when it's the Oilers fans we get shit on for commenting about how bad reffing is. But when we are benefited of it, oh, typical. Connor McDavid, Connor Wine Baby. Connor McBaby always gets what he wants. Fuck. But the Oilers were not done there. It's 5-3 for LA. We got 17:56 into the third period. It's about 2 minutes left in the third period. Zach Hyman gets himself a goal. Hard work pays off, my friends. I will tell you that for free. Hard work pays off. McDavid, backdoor, Hyman scores. McDavid with his third assist. Corey with his second point. Hyman with his first goal of these playoffs. Bouchard has 2 assists. Friedrich gets an assist. Skinner gets an assist. Janmark has a point. I'm going to show you something really, really scary and really, really cool at the same time. So with 1.5 left to go in the third period, McDavid does McDavid things. He gets the puck from Leon Draisaitl, puts it around a player, and just shoots it far side. Shouldn't Darcy Kemper have that? Oh, hell, if that was Stuart Skinner, we'd be raking him over the coals. Gotta make that save. Typical Stuart Skinner giving up the soft goals. Funny how when it's every other goal giving every other soft goal, nothing gets talked about it. Nothing gets said about it. But Stuart Skinner does. And is. By the way, Stuart Skinner will be your goalie in game number 2. Deal with it. If you don't like it, don't cheer for the Oilers. Of course, with 45 seconds left, like I said, I wish I could show you the highlight. McDavid gives the puck away. Again, I don't know what McDavid was doing there. Another brutal giveaway, but hey, we can't chastise McDavid. He had 3 points in this game. Wallman does the right thing. Bouchard fails defensively again. All Bouchard had to do, and you can't see it, obviously, but that's a snow shower that Stuart Skinner gets. Please, I implore you, watch the replay. You'll see the snow shower. Because on the ESPN feed, they do show you the angle from the opposite goal line. The camera zoomed in, and it's a lot of snow that Stuart Skinner gets in his face. I was shocked that the ref, well, I'm not shocked the ref didn't call a penalty. Anywho, it's a flutter shot by Dandino that goes in. Kings win 6-5. Again, I will show you stats to back up, but everything I'm telling you is factual, and I don't care how you feel about it. My facts don't give a shit about your feelings. Actually, I should just say facts don't give a shit about your feelings, because these are facts. Oilers got outshot 30-25. Oilers won the face-off dot, despite the LA Kings being a better face-off team. Hits, 42 for Edmonton, 30 for the Kings. But the Oilers are soft. The Oilers are slow. The Oilers are old. Block shots, 14-14 each. Giveaways, 11 for the Oilers, 12 for LA. Takeaways, 5 for LA, 4 for the Oilers. Now here, this is where it gets good. This is where I wish you would listen and understand. Yeah, I'm heated, you guys. Like, you guys don't understand the shit I dealt with all day today. Listening to the whiny Oiler fans that we have as a fan base. Connor McDavid 4 points, Leon Draisaitl 2 points, Corey Perry 2 points, Janmark a point, Hyman a point, Friedrich point, Skinner a point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 forwards didn't get a point. 5 forwards didn't get a point. Bouchard had 3 assists. The rest of the defense didn't get anything. Who was the worst player on the ice? Jeff Skinner at -2. Okay? Shots, 30 shots, 24 saves for Stuart Skinner, 6 goals against, 4 on an even strength. So 4 on even strength, 2 were on a power play. 800 save percentage. Let's look at the LA Kings, shall we? Kempe had 3. Kopitar had 1. Kuzmenko had 3. Fiala had 2. Danino had 2. Byfield had 2. Kopitar had 1. Moore had 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Kings had nothing. 2 players for the defense Sorry, 3 players on defense. So their defense tied with ours. Only 1 player of ours got a point, though. Look at their plus minus. -2 Kempe. -1 Byfield. -1 Kopitar. -1 Katok. They were all minuses except for 1, 2, 3, 4 players. The rest were minuses or zeros. Oh, you want to see the best stat? Here it is. 25 shots against, 20 saves, 5 goals against, 5 even strength goals, 800 save percentage. But you're absolutely right. Stuart Skinner's a bad goalie. He was the better goalie last night. He's going to be the better goalie in this series. Trust me when I say that. Believe me when I say that. He will be the best goalie in this series. LA got lucky the Oilers forgot to show up for one game for the first period. LA got lucky the Oilers forgot what time a game started at. Was it rust? Absolutely. Is it an excuse? No. Fact of the matter is, all 95. I'm gonna say 75% of these players haven't played in 14 days. Kings have, but it's not an excuse. Oilers gotta be better. Period. Point blank. I'm not blaming one person. I'm not blaming the goalie. I won't even blame Bouchard, even though he is at fault for 2 goals, possibly 3. I won't blame him. The team as a whole needs to be better in the first period. Team as a whole needs to be better in the second period. It was 4-0. Unacceptable after 2. They had 6 shots after 2. Let me make sure my math is correct on that before I spout off anymore. Sorry, they had 10 shots after 2 periods. 10 shots. Not good enough. But you want to blame goaltending. Go ahead. You want to blame goaltending. 10 shots after 2 periods, but blame goaltending. Out of town scoreboard. Ugh. Blame goaltending. 10 shots after 2 periods, but it's the goalie's fault. I will never understand this day and age as Oilers fan. I won't understand it. Washington 3, Montreal 2 in overtime on an icing that shouldn't have been an icing, but again, refs be refs. Winnipeg beat the Blues to take a 2-0 stranglehold on that series, 2-1. Dallas beats Colorado in overtime, 4-3. Why don't you go watch that insane goal that Dallas scored in overtime to win the game. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about, but hey, we got a bad goalie. Kings beat the Oilers 6-5. Blew a 4-0 lead. Game 2 is on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock from LA. Anyways, guys, my name is Matt. For Oilers Fan Reaction, thank you for watching. Oh, before I leave, I'll jeez. Sorry, brain. Complete brain fart. My bad there. So, like I said, I'm an equal opportunist asshole. Kings 6, Oilers 5. Kings win. Kings lead the series 1-0. It's one game. Why are we upset? Oilers never show up on time. They don't start seasons on time. They don't come back from breaks on time. What made you think they were going to come back into a playoffs and start a playoff series on time? I will caveat all this with this. If the Oilers lose game 2 the way they lost game 1, it's going to be a tough hill to climb. Oilers play game 2 like they played the third period. LA doesn't stand a chance this series. Those are facts. And I'm sorry, but the facts don't care about your feelings. Like I said, I'm not upset. I'm passionate. I'm giving you guys logic as to why it broke down the way it broke down. I'm just sick and tired of blaming the goalie for nothing he can control. He can't go out there and tell his team to take 10 shots through 2 periods. Any whoosies. You guys enjoy the rest of your night. I will see you guys tomorrow night at 8 p.m. This Vegas team might actually come back. We're going in the third period for the Wild Vegas. Vegas is down 4-1. They were down 4-0. Aiden Hill has let in 3 softies. But, again, we expect greatness from Stuart Skinner. I will tell you guys this. Stuart Skinner may never be great. Stuart Skinner will never be elite. Stuart Skinner will be good. And good is going to be good enough. Good is good enough. We as Oilers fans have to come to grips with the fact that this team is going to be going places with Stuart Skinner. Anyways, guys, taking up enough of your time. I appreciate you guys for being here. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. Catch us on the socials. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to go live on TikTok. My phone is hopefully going to be set up. So yes. Catch you guys tomorrow. Deuces.